Hi everyone, Andragon with you. I'd like to share the new mutation Temple of the Rebirth, and as you can see there are three mutators. The first says that the enemy units are reborn once they are dead. Second mutation, they have an ability to temporarily get shield. And the third is Life Leech. So as you can see, as soon as the enemy gets first damage, it gets a barrier and steals life or shields when they deal damage. My ally here is Bilbo. As you can see, he is just clicking many times.
Defending the temple until then is your main objective.
So he plays for Vorazun and needs
see to its protection.
Vespen Gaze. So he asked me to play Swann. I rarely play Swann actually. So I decided to do so to get him more Vespen Gazer. I mean using my Vespen Harvesters. And of course I'd like to play some kind of metal here. So let's make it faster. We were not in voice chat, so we chatted just inside the game. And the main thing to care about is that enemy waves are kind of double. So each time you kill a unit, it responds plus life leech, plus barrier. So even a little amount of units can cause some trouble. You'll see it soon. So I wasn't sure who am I playing against, and now I see that it's the Zerg. My ally tried to kill these units, but as you can see, they have double life, yeah. So I was ready with the Hellbats, and as soon as you see these links at start, not roaches, you know that it will be the Sky plus Land Zerg. So I was preparing more Hellbats and Golems for the start of the game, so that I could counter both land and air units. Of course I had some supply blocks, but I'm trying to deal with it anyway. And my ally meanwhile really wants more resources. So he needs the second base as soon as possible, and he starts harvesting it even before building the nexus. Yeah. Meanwhile I also have the base cleaned thanks to my ally Bilbo. He helped me a lot. And now we need to dodge another attack.
The zenith stones near the temple have become unstable. It may be wise to dispose of them.
So I get my combat drop and my ally decided to help, so he used his ultimate, Time Stop. As a result, we easily dealt with this attack. As you can see, they all have double life, so it took some time. But still, Hellbats are effective against Zerglings, and RS will help against their units. Of course, as you can see, Muta was already there, Mutalisks, so I needed a couple of Galefs. My ally finally started producing the base. I just wanted to clean them up. As you can see, now I don't have the base, I'm trying to get some forces instead, and some technology. So armor, attack, and starport. Out of starport I can build science vessels, which will heal my units anyway.
Our defenses are proving effective. Soon the temple will be ready.
And another attack. As you can see, as soon as this Mutalist will die, another one will appear. So everything's fine here, but we don't have anti-air units for now. Instead we use the laser drill, and here is the second Mutalist out of that one. Fortunately we don't have problems on land. So my ally is already ready with Dark Templars and Shadow Guards, while I'm just trying to produce some units around. Black holes from Vorazun help to concentrate all enemy units at one place and disable their attacks. So they are kind of good in this particular mutation to stop Life Leech and to win you some time while they are surrounded by the barrier. Yeah. So finally I started building Golefs, and my ally now has Corsairs. As a result, both of us have some forces against air and land units, and the necessary thing to do there is to kill the Void Thrasher. It will be soon here, yes, here it is. And as you probably noticed, each unit has a Rebirth. So Void Thrasher is two Void Thrashers inside. Look, as soon as this one dies, there's another one. So you need to count your time carefully to be often effective against them. I mean, when you see that enemy units are attacking you, just remember that there are two Void Thrashers instead of one. Yeah. And Bilbo also decided that he can do the quest. That's brutal mutation, but yes, a skillful person can do the quest too. Meanwhile, I have the second base, and each of us needs to defend from one attack. So I've got one top panel ability, dealing damage, and one combat drop. I decided to use combat drop here, and my ally just tries to deal with his units. When he gets the hole, it's much more effective. So they get Shadow Fury, dealing damage, jumping from one target to another, but they all reborn, so that's actually wave 2. Meanwhile, I cleaned everyone, using Betty's turrets. Flaming Betty very effective against units light. And another attack. So it's important not to waste all your top panel on one attacks, and be ready to dodge all of them. And we agreed that if we need, we will help each other, but in general, each of us needs to defend his part. And as you can see, we did that. So he used the time stop ability just in time when I'm fighting, when he's fighting, and as a result we destroyed all the enemies at once. So my abilities are generally dealing damage and dropping bots, while my allies' ability are the Black Hole, pulling enemies inside, Shadow Guards, Elite Dark Templars, the Dark Pylon. He used it for clocking his units, and also he can recall some units. And time stop, so 20 seconds free time to kill your enemies. Okay, let's go next. So now we both clear enemies. Corsairs are effective in making disruption webs, like in StarCraft 1, maybe some of you remember. So they were effective against defensive structures and against ranged units. Nothing can fight instead of disruption web, except of melee units. So Dark Templars can do that. And actually, I finished my enemies too, but I lost some bets. And when you see that there is an attack on top or at the bottom, you need to concentrate all your forces together. So this attack is for both of you. You need to help each other. This particular time I just won enough time, and my ally is here.
Maintain our defenses, commanders.
So everything seems fine. And while everything goes on, my ally cleared the second Zenithstone. Yeah. So if you can, you may try. But if you are not sure in your forces, then better ignore the quest in this particular mutation. So I wasn't sure, so I told my ally, as you wish.
You must end its assault.
Yeah. We were chatting about that. He told that he is a diamond player and he can afford that. Okay. And as you can see, we help each other here. So inside the web, units can't fight. Generally enemy units, I mean. And we have anti-air too. Meanwhile, the giant is here, but first you need to destroy all enemy units, and then you go and clean the Void Thrasher. Okay, let's make it a bit faster. Dark Templars are very effective against melee units. They have jumps, and Corsairs help against structures. As you can see, these spine crawlers are not able to fight, as well as spore crawlers. Special bonus from StarCraft 1 for Vorazun. Meanwhile, I noticed that something is going here, and immediately all my army went here, plus my one top ability. As a result, we could clear this together, and yes, as I already told you, when you see an attack from top or from bottom, it's an attack for both of you. So help your ally and destroy all of their enemies together. More drop pods, like a bad surprise for players casually. Unfortunately, having his holes and my golems is quite effective, so enemy units just couldn't fight half of the time, and that helped us a lot. More drop pods, more banelings with double life, so be ready to get all your units destroyed actually. I had 2 factories, but soon I added more. Each tech reactor allows me to play 2 mech units at the same time. I would also recommend to get some upgrades for golems. I mean range and ground plus air units together. And I would also like to say that if you can do the quest, then yes, you may try. As you can see, Corsairs, mass Corsairs just cleared all the area, and Time Warp helped us to clear everything in time before enemy attack comes. Okay, so let's go next. As you can see, a large area is covered with web, enemies can't fight there, and my ally destroyed the enemy base. I don't know why, but he just decided to do that, so why not? Meanwhile, I have the same attack, but I'm trying to defend it right on my base. I'll make it a bit slower. And as you can see, the protective shield starts immediately. So, again, my ally helped me with this attack too. He's very fast, Corsairs, I mean, very fast units, and very effective against land units because of disruption zone. Plus, they can just destroy basic air units. They are effective against light units such as Mutalisks. So it's a good combo for Vorazun to build Dark Templars plus the Corsairs. Yeah. Okay. So now let's see what happened here. I needed to destroy the attack from the top, and the attack was quite big. So I decided to use my pulse cannon to clear everything up. But first I needed just to concentrate all enemy forces, and as you can see, they now have only 1 life instead of 2 after the pulse cannon. And meanwhile, my ally just cleaning everything around. So he's fighting here, and I'm protecting the base from drop pods. My basic army consists of Hellions, Thors, and Hellbats. So Hellbats destroy units such as Lings, then ESP, many Lings around. Then Golabs destroy Mutalisks, and Thors can be effective against both land and air units. So Web allows us to fight at any place because enemy units just can't fight while they are under the web. And as you can see, together we could clean everything up. So basically, as you can see, I've got 137 limit. It consists of Thors, Hellbats, Golabs, and Science Vessels, which can heal 3 life of mech units for 1 energy. And my ally, let's see, has 174 limit, and it consists of Corsairs, 1 Void Ray, and Dark, plus Centurions. It's like Zealots. And as you can see, 3 minutes remain. Okay, let's make it a bit faster. So now we need to destroy 2 Void Threshers at the same time, and we need to protect here. So the first decision, of course, is to defend your base. The priority is to defend your base from the attack. My ally used his time stop ability, and as a result we could do it without losing units. I mean, I could do it while my ally, as you can see, tries to destroy this treasure, and at the same time he has half of his army going to the second treasure. I helped him with my top final ability here, but it just won some time, as you see. So I wanted the Broodlords to fight with my units, while my ally will destroy the Void Treasure. Kind of help. And here he focused the Void Treasure, but his base is not protected. So I went to help him, and as you can see it worked. Finally both treasures are down, and he can go back to his main base if he wants, using the web and using the worm. So finally, last 2 minutes of the game, we collected all our forces together. He's got 166 and I have 165, almost equal limits. But look at this. So he went to help my line. That's actually my line, and he has the same attack here. So I decided that it's my turn to help, and my army went to help his line. That's very important to get to your ally as soon as possible and protect his base if he is away. I mean, if he's trying to get with the treasure or he's trying to defend somewhere else, so just help him at once. And Golems are very effective against air units, as you can see, especially with armored units they're effective. And the hybrid is armored unit. And as I already told you, sand vessels are great medics for mech units. So the final thing we need to do is to get rid of 3 attacks at once. I know that's quite hard, you need to survive for 30 seconds, like the last wave, but in this particular mission I swapped my army. So half of it went here, half of it went here. Actually both of the armies suffered heavy losses because the amount of enemies is quite huge. But the main thing is to win some time. And as you can see, we won enough time, so my ally did his best. He helped at the central line, while we tried to stop enemy units for enough time on left and right side. So that's how we did the brutal mutation of this game, and it's really good game, well played, I think. So Bilbo showed himself as a nice ally, he helped me a lot and cleared the additional quest. So as a result, we got victory with maximum difficulty, maximum possible questing, and as a result, I'm very thankful for doing this game. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope my experience will help you to play better too, and see you in my next videos.